Now, the thing is with, and again, excuse me, you have to bear with my heavy ass cold. This was not easy for me, but I always thought what draws me to pay-per-views is not only creative striking, not only the burst striking, not only strikers that just, well, not strikers, but grapplers, mixed martial arts that you just don't see every day, that you're not going to get to see unless you buy this pay-per-view. This singular pay-per-view is going to show you and showcase this striker, the way that this striker does business and gets shit done. You could only do it and you could only watch it by buying this pay-per-view. And I love this, and I do have a few honorable mentions. I do have a top 10 in my top 10 of all time greatest strikers. I do have Jens Pulver. Jens Pulver, even before there was a Twitter, before there was a Facebook, I was emailing Jens Pulver back and forth when I was in high school in wrestling and wanted to quit wrestling. I actually emailed him, and he emailed me back and told me to stick with it. I did not do that. I wish I would have, but Great Sea Academy is leaps and bounds better than Highlands High School wrestling any day. So I have Jens Pulver, Gilbert Melendez. Now, Gilbert Melendez, one reason why he didn't make my top 10 is because he's pinpoint precise. He's on there. Of course, we all saw his war with Diego Sanchez, but that doesn't quite cut the innovative structure that I'm trying to loosey goosey make up. Eddie Alvarez versus that guy, Michael Chandler. That guy, he was that guy in Bellator. When I saw the Chandler versus Alvarez fight, Alvarez won his belt back. I was really pouring it on for Alvarez, but I thought, Chandler. Excuse me, Alvarez. But I thought that, at the end, that Chandler had done enough to win the fight. When I saw it was a split decision, I thought it was going to go to Alvarez. It went to Chandler. I couldn't be more happy. And in this situation, folks, this is when it gets hairy. This is when I go, yay, and one of my other fighters gets fucked, right? That's just how it happens. Anyway, Eddie Alvarez is also an honorable mention. And, of course, the axe murderer, Vanderlei Silva, out of 205 pounds in Brazil, especially out of Japan, fighting in Pride. You just don't see that kind of Muay Thai clinch and that aggression and that pure aggression, that killer instinct. You just don't see it that often. You see it in Vanderlei Silva. You see it in Vanderlei Silva every time he fights. Look at Vanderlei Silva. If you haven't seen them fight, you gotta see Vanderlei Silva versus Brian Stann in Brazil. You gotta see it. I mean, these guys went just toe-to-toe, banging, swinging for the fucking proverbial fences, or proverbial, whatever the fuck you want to say. These guys were trying to kill each other, knock each other in the fucking dirt, and I fucking loved every second of it. So, Brian Stann, if there was a slot for you, which there's not, you'd be in it just simply because of that fight. But I'm going to go ahead and say Vanderlei Silva and then head into my personal top 10.